Good afternoon, viewers on YouTube and to my subscribers. I'm Barry Fair. The time is nearly 10 to 4 here on this Monday afternoon, and thanks for joining me around Australia, wherever you may be watching, from Sydney to Brisbane to Canberra to Victoria to the Gold Coast, Coolangatta, Cape York, um, and Waco to Strathpine to Ipswich to Logan to New Farm and to Derby, and from New South Wales, from Sydney to Newcastle to Wollongong to the South Coast and to the Hunter Valley, to Taree, to Lismore, to Coffs Harbour, wherever your address might be in New South Wales and in Victoria, from St James to Ballarat to Bendigo to Sale to Gippsland to Moe to Orbost to Seymour to Benalla to Eastern Victoria and to Mornington Peninsula and to Yarrawonga, and from South Australia to Keith, to Cooper Pedy, to Narracourse, to Adelaide, to wherever your address might be in Adelaide, and from Tennant Creek to Darwin to the Northern Territory and to Darwin and to Kununurra and to Perth, from Brumby to Broome, the Esperance to Exmouth, Albany and in Perth, and from Tasmania, from Hobart to Burnie to Sheffield to Ross, all around Australia. This is episode 79. I'm Barry Fair, and time is 8 minutes to 4 o'clock here. Well, today on episode 79, I'd like to talk about how to get enough sleep and why it is important to get enough sleep. Well, to have enough sleep, guys, it's important. And why? Because you may have university, you may have a long drive, you may have exams to get through, a big sporting event, guys, a surfing comp, swimming comp, or you're doing some life saving down at the beach, or you've got a long drive to interstate somewhere like South Australia. So guys, the importance of getting enough sleep is so that you can concentrate on whatever your plans are the following day. But remember, don't stay up too late worrying about small things. Now the reasons why we don't get enough sleep. We don't get enough sleep because we've been up all night worrying about small things that may have happened to us, or we're nervous about university work, nervous about the sporting competition, the swimming competition, you name it, it happens. And we may have stayed up all night watching late movies right until the early morning, and that's not good. and you may have had a big night out. Well, sometimes we've got to party, don't we? So I can let you off that. Another reason why we are tired is because we have been driving, well, you've been driving a long time, and that's why you don't get enough sleep because you've driven for so long and haven't pulled over. And this is the reason why fatal accidents happen. Because you've fallen asleep behind the wheel of your car and forgotten to stop, revive, and survive. And that is one of the biggest killers on Australian roads. So another reason why we haven't slept is because we've been sick. And that's another good reason why we sometimes don't have enough sleep or don't get enough sleep. So guys, the advice is if you if you're doing something big anytime, please do sleep. Don't stay awake all night. Try to get to bed early so you can focus on what you need to do the following day, because if you're tired the next day and you haven't had enough sleep due to your uni work and you find it hard to sleep, please try and get some sleep. And one last thing, we may not get enough sleep because it's too hot and it's sticky, and that's a good reason too. So, try not to sleep during the day, otherwise you won't sleep at night unless you are sick and have to stay in bed under your doctor's orders. And this is where I'd like to end episode 79 this afternoon. So thanks for joining me on episode 78 and 79 today, and I will be with you tomorrow for episode 80. Until then, Barry Fear wishing you a very good afternoon. And thanks for watching the Daily Raps. Have a good Monday night, everybody. Good afternoon. And remember, sleep well, eat well, and drink well. And that's the message I'd like to go out with. Have a good afternoon and early evening, everyone. Bye bye.